Hello everybody and welcome to another Nephilim Builds. Today we're going to be celebrating 300 subscribers as the God of Thunder, Thor. The real one, not the Marvel one. As always, keep in mind that these videos are about capturing the spirit of the character rather than capturing their abilities perfectly. With that said, let's start with ability scores. We'll start off with the 15 in Strength. It's kind of his whole thing. Next is the 14 in Constitution. He's a big beefy boy. We'll put the 13 into Charisma. He's apparently associated with fertility. And then the 12 into Dexterity. Nothing I found said he's particularly dexterous, but nothing said he isn't either. Lastly, we'll put the 10 into Intelligence and the 8 into Wisdom. He's smart enough to look for Loki when something goes wrong, but still dumb enough to fall for his tricks. This kinda looks familiar. For race, the closest we'll get to a god is an Azamar, and since it's Thor, we'll go with Scourge Azamar. We'll put our increases into Strength and Constitution, and we'll get Dark Vision of 60 feet, Celestial Resistance, Healing Hands, the Light Cantrip, and Speak Common and Celestial. For background, we'll go with Folk Hero since Thor is the protector of Midgard. This will give us Rustic Hospitality, Animal Handling and Survival, and Proficiency in Land Vehicles, even though his chariot flies, but we'll modify it to speak Giant instead of getting a set of Artisans tools. Anyone else getting deja vu? Just me? Okay. For class, we're going to go with Barbarian, getting Proficiency in Strength and Constitution saving throws, and taking Athletics and Intimidation for skills. We'll also be proficient in Light and Medium Armor, Shields, and all weapons. At level 1 we get Unarmored Defense and our Signature Rage, and at level 2 we get Danger Sense and Reckless Attack. At level 3 we get our Primal Path, which will unsurprisingly be Storm Herald. We'll get our Storm Aura, taking C for lightning damage. We'll be keeping C for all of our path features. Seriously, anyone else feel like we've done this before? At level 4 we get an Ability Score improvement, which we'll put into Constitution. At level 5 we get Extra Attack and Fast Movement. At level 6 we get Storm Soul, ignore that faux pas with the double Storm Aura, I was sleepy, and at level 7 we get Feral Instinct and Instinctive Pounce. At level 8 we get another Ability Score improvement, which will cap our Constitution, and at level 9 we get our first Brutal Critical. At level 10 we get Shielding Storm, and at level 11 we get Relentless Rage. 12 is another Ability Score improvement, which we'll use to take the Great Weapon Master feat, and at level 13 we get another Brutal Critical. At level 14 we get Raging Storm, and at level 15 we get Persistent Rage. At level 16 we get another Ability Score improvement, which we'll use to take the Crusher feat. Level 17 gives us our last Brutal Critical, level 18 is Indomitable Might, and level 19 is one last Ability Score improvement, which we'll use to take the Tough feat, which I should have given to Cuchulainn instead of Dexterity. Oh, that's why this build feels familiar! Oh, and level 20 gives us Primal Champion, boosting our Strength and Constitution by 4. Now that we're at level 20, we finally have our modifiers. Moving on to inventory, we obviously need Mjolnir, so we'll be using the Hammer of Thunderbolts. It's a hammer with the power of storms, forged by dwarves to kill giants, and requires a special belt and gauntlets to even wield. The only thing wizards got wrong was changing it to a two-handed maul. Apparently it was for balance reasons, like anyone cares about that. Speaking of belts and gauntlets, we need the Gauntlets of Ogre Power, and we'll pick the Belt of Storm Giant Strength for thematic appropriateness. The belt will lift our strength to 29, but the hammer will bump it up to that legendary 30. And before you say, "That doesn't count, you needed items to do that," keep in mind that even Thor canonically needs his belt and gauntlets, boosting his strength to wield Mjolnir. Our AC with Unarmored Defense is 18, our movement speed is 40, and our average HP is 325 with 20 D12 hit dice. And with that, we are done. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comments. Next week won't be a Nephilim builds. Instead, I'm going to be doing something new, an experiment of sorts. I'll see you all there.